Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Hannah. I am a flight attendant for a major US airline, and today we are starting a 3-day trip. I have not flown in 2 weeks. So during that time off, I substitute taught a little bit and I picked up a cold from the kids in the school. So I've been dealing with a cold for the last little bit over a week. It is pretty much gone, but I do have like a little bit of lingering congestion and a cough, which has been just really annoying. I'm ready for it to go away, but it's just slowly but surely getting out of my system. I feel okay. It's just the congestion is still there, and I'll have a cough every now and then that comes and gets me. But it is 7:35. My sign-in is at 7:55, so we have a good bit of time. It is raining pretty heavy here right now, but I haven't seen any lightning, so it shouldn't affect our flight getting out of here, hopefully, because that would not be a fun way to start our 3-leg day today. But let's get all of our stuff together. Let's go head into the airport and get this trip started. We switched to contactless payment, so we got new iPhone cases. So I went to the crew room to get that to put on my tablet before heading to the plane. Our first 2 legs of the day were to Northwest Arkansas and back. I am editing this video a little bit later than I normally do, so the app I use that show the flight routes didn't have the first 2 flights of the day, so that's why I did not add those, but had my little emergency to help me kind of get over that last little bit of cold. And then I'm obsessed with these yogurt bites that they have in our morning snack basket. But we got to Charlotte and then had a maintenance delay for our last flight of the day to Syracuse. We ended up getting in about 40 minutes later than we were supposed to, but look at this. Everybody just stayed sitting down and let the row in front of them go. It was so nice. We just got to the hotel in Syracuse. Here is the setup. We had our bedroom, bathroom, little kitchen area, living area, and it all makes a big circle. You can get into the bedroom with that door. Here's our view of Syracuse, New York. It is 6:15. I'm going to put some food in the microwave and change clothes while that is heating up. I have some chicken and potatoes and green beans that I made the other night. So I'll eat that for dinner and then do my devotion. And I have an audiobook that I need to finish in the next 2 days. So I'm gonna listen to some of that before I go to bed. It's a really short layover tonight, only like 11 and a half hours. So not gonna be leaving the hotel room. Gonna get into some comfy clothes and just kind of relax for another hour or 2 before I call it a night. So I had to go downstairs to get silverware because I forgot to put some in my bag, and the hotel we're staying at does a complimentary happy hour, so you get 2 free drinks. So I was like, can I get a glass of wine and just take it upstairs since I'm already down here? So we love that. It is 8:20. I'm about to lock myself in the room, wash my face, and go to bed. That is all for day 1. I will see you tomorrow for day 2. Good morning. It is day 2. So we have had a change of plans. It is currently 8:30. I'm still at the hotel, and I'm going to be here in Syracuse all day today. So crew scheduling called last night around 11:15 to let us know that our flight to Charlotte in the morning canceled. So the hurricane, is it Helen, that hit Florida yesterday is now into the Charlotte area. And so the winds were just too crazy for planes to be landing in Charlotte. So I'm assuming they probably canceled most flights that were flying into Charlotte in the morning. And so since we weren't gonna get to Charlotte, they just took us off of our next leg that was supposed to go to Sarasota and just told us to hang out here all day. And so now we're gonna fly out tomorrow morning from here and go to DC, and then go from DC back to Charlotte. So originally we were supposed to get home around 9:30 in the morning tomorrow morning, but now we're not gonna get home till like noon, which is fine. It's not terrible, but I have a family birthday party that was supposed to be going to at noon, so now I'm gonna be a little bit late to that, but it's okay. It's not like too crazy. I would be a little bit more upset if we weren't getting back till like 5 or 6 in the evening or something, but a couple extra hours is fine. But yeah, now we have a whole day to spend here. I'm honestly surprised that they didn't just delay our flight, because the weather's supposed to be moved out of there in the next like hour or two. But I don't know, maybe they just thought it was gonna be crazy if they delayed everybody's flight. Everybody was trying to get in at that time, because we were supposed to have a long layover in Sarasota today. So they would have easily been able to delay us a few hours and then just kind of delay that flight. And then we still would have been probably legal to rest. But hey, I don't make the schedules, I just do what they tell me to do. So yeah, it is pretty chilly here. It's like 55 degrees right now, and I did not bring clothes for that weather. So if I go out today, it's not gonna be till later in the afternoon when it warms up. I need to look up and see like if there's anything that I could even do today. But this hotel has a complimentary breakfast, so I might as well go down there and see what they got to offer to start our morning, and then we'll see where the rest of the day takes us. For breakfast, I went with an omelet and some potatoes, orange juice, and then I went back and had a little bit of a waffle. So I was looking up things at breakfast. I haven't decided yet what I want to do. I was looking at, I think it's called Green Lake State Park, which is like 9 miles from the hotel, so I would have to Uber, but it's gonna cost me $40 one way to get there. So I'm like, don't know if I'm really feeling that, but it's kind of on my radar. We'll see. And then the Syracuse campus is not too far away. I think it's a little bit outside of walking distance. It said it would take me an hour and a half to walk there. So I maybe could walk there and then walk around the campus and Uber back, or I might would have to Uber both there and back. I didn't look up how much an Uber would be to go there, but it is closer, so I'm assuming it would be a little bit cheaper. Or there is a mall that's across the street that's supposedly really nice, so maybe I'll just go walk around the mall. I don't know, but still haven't decided yet. I'm gonna drink my coffee and do my devotions, think about it a little bit more, and we'll see what we end up doing today. It is 11:45. I've been taking my time getting ready and doing stuff this morning, but I decided that I'm gonna try to walk to the Syracuse campus. I say try to because earlier I said it was a 2-mile walk, but it's actually a 3.5-mile walk. So I may regret this decision here soon. But I think what I'm gonna do is start the walk there, and then maybe like halfway through stop at like a brewery or something and get an appetizer, maybe get a drink, and then continue my walk, because I'm probably gonna have to take some breaks here throughout this little walk, but we'll see what happens. We'll do a little stop and sip action, kind of see the city, because I figured $80 is just too much to go to the lake to spend maybe like an hour or two there. That'd be better with a crew that can split the Uber. But yeah, let's go see if we make it to the Syracuse campus. Filled up my water bottle and then started my walk towards the campus. It was saying it was like 3.6 miles, but I ended up taking a little reroute because the way it had me going originally was not the safest way. So I probably ended up walking about 4 miles to get there, but the campus was beautiful and it was a beautiful day outside. So I just kind of sat around the campus for a little bit to give my legs a rest. And then when I was ready to walk back, I did split up the walk. Coming back, I went into Dinosaur Barbecue, which I had been to before, and it's pretty good. I felt like I ate a bunch, but I still had so much left over. Also, that little beer I had, I was starting to feel a little buzzed, and I was like, what in the world? But it was like 8.5%. I was like, dang, this is just wrong. But then made my way back. On the way back, I passed a little fair situation and might would have stopped if I wasn't so tired of walking, but I think at this point I had already walked like 10 miles and was over it. I'm proud of myself. For a minute there today, I was seriously considering just slam clicking and being lazy, not even leaving the hotel. But I'm glad I got out and walked around, because especially since I've been dealing with this cold, I have done nothing the past week. So it felt good to get a little exercise. in. But that wiped me out. I could probably fall asleep right now, but I know if I do that, that will mess me up for tomorrow. So I'm just gonna try to kill time for the next maybe 2 hours and then try to get some decent sleep for tomorrow. I ended up watching a couple episodes of House to kill time and then called it a night. Good morning, it is day 3, it is van time, so let's go catch the van and go home day started. We left too early for complimentary breakfast, so I had a little muffin in my bag that I ate before we made our way to DC. We got to DC and there was an honor flight that was deplaning, which I've worked one of these, but I've never been able to see what happens in the terminal when they get off the plane because flight attendants aren't allowed to get off the plane until every passenger is off. So it was cool to watch everybody just cheering for them and how happy and excited some of the guys were getting off the plane. It was just a very sweet moment. And then shortly after that, had to run to our gate so that we could make our way back to Charlotte. Well, that was a pretty easy trip, 5 legs in 2 days, not bad. We got back, it's 12:15, so maybe like 2.5, I think, hours later than we were originally supposed to. But at least today went smooth because it would have been more upsetting if today was just a really bad day when we originally only had to do 1 leg and be done early. But thank goodness nothing crazy happened today. We made it back on time. I will be curious to see what it looks like getting back home because the hurricane hit South Carolina really hard yesterday. A lot of people still don't have power, and I think the roads are in certain areas are pretty bad. I think around my house, as far as I have heard, everything is fine. And my parents have power, which is where I'm currently living, but none of my other relatives in the area have power yet, or at least the last I heard they don't. So there's still a lot of houses that are out of power, and some of the power companies are saying they're not gonna get power back for another 2 weeks, which is crazy. So hopefully they can get that stuff worked out for them a lot sooner than 2 weeks, because that would be rough not having power for 2 weeks. But yeah, so I'll be curious to see if I can drive how I normally get home, or if I'm gonna have to, once I get closer to my house, when I have to take some of those back roads, like if they're damaged because of the storm. We'll just have to see. But my family is having a birthday party for our September birthday people in our family, so that includes my brother and then 2 of my aunts and my grandmother, maybe? No, I don't know, I'm blanking. I don't know, I think they all have birthdays in September. But yeah, so the party is starting now, so I'm gonna be a little bit late to that, but at least I'll be able to make it. And then later today I was supposed to be going to, there's a rodeo in town, but because of the power outages and all the damage, it's getting postponed to October. So sad about that, because the weekend it gets postponed to, I'm not going to be in town, so I'm going to have to miss the rodeo, and I've never been before, so I was looking forward to it. But anyways, let's get on the road. Let's see what it looks like. I might go ahead and get gas here if there's a gas station that is open, because supposedly a lot of the gas stations where I live are closed because they don't have power, or they're out of gas because it was like the one gas station that had gas. So might need to get it here. I'll be okay to make it all the way back, but I'm like, if I can't get gas for a couple days or something because of what's going on there, might as well go ahead and get it. But yeah, let's head home. Let's hit some gas, like a gas station, and go celebrate some birthdays. At the time I recorded these videos, I had not yet heard about the devastation Helene had left behind in different areas, especially North Carolina. For those of you who are unaware, people lost family members, people lost their homes. There are cities that are completely just gone and wiped out from the floodwaters. It's just so crazy. Us losing power is a cakewalk compared to what some of these other people who dealt with the storm are having to deal with. So I am very fortunate, very thankful that everyone in my family was safe and that we were all able to come together, celebrate birthdays, and watch football and just basically go back to our normal lives as quickly as we were. Well, that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, any questions, comments, whatever, put them in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.